21st Commission meeting to order. Commissioner Sutton, would you lead us in the pledge, please?
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Good morning.
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 Pretty quiet morning.
Hopefully.
First thing on the agenda, we have the South Dakota Public Assurance Alliance discuss board member nominations. We have a resolution before us.
Now, you have two interested, okay? And I checked with Public Assurance Alliance, and you saw this email that was in the packet here. Can I see it again?
Yes. Yep.
Morning.
Good morning. Morning, Mike.
Morning, Mike.
Morning.
So, are we looking at, basically the resolution is just,
It's a resolution to nominate a board member, and according to the email, let me see. We have 3 seats up for election. 2 are to be filled by municipal and 1 by county represented. Wait a minute, I need to start over. Okay, you asked whether the Brown County Commission could approve by separate resolutions the candidacy of 2 different individuals for the open county seat on our board. The answer is yes. As discussed, we have 3 seats up for election. 2 are to be filled by municipal representatives and 1 by a county representative per the intergovernmental contract, Article 5. If you need any further information, please feel free to contact me. So it's up to you.
the resolution is basically a resolution of support. The ultimate decision is made by the South Dakota Public Assurance Alliance
Right.
of who they accept on their board. So ours is just a recommendation. I mean, if you want to recommend 1 or 2, their board has the ultimate decision as far as who they're going to accept. Am I correct?
That's correct.
Yes.
Well, and if our county doesn't have to be an elected, technically maybe
Many of
one
our
of the
board
2 that we're doing could fall under municipality. If they live within the municipality, if they've served in the past on municipality, I mean, if we
Yeah,
put
they
both
could.
in, maybe both will get in.
The city would have to nominate the city representative.
See, last week when I suggested that we have an election, I thought it'd probably be best if we had an elected official on the board, but Mike's did a fine job. I have no complaints about Mike. So,
Based on the fact that Mike has been there since we started under the new Public Assurance Alliance umbrella, being our own insured, and the experience that he
sounds
has.
like you can't wait till after the election.
No, I would make a motion that we support Mike Weiss for the position to the Public Assurance Alliance Board.
I guess I think Mike will do a great job too. I am just a little concerned about supporting one candidate over another at this juncture. So I guess I would be more apt to throw both names in the hat.
Throw both names in a hat,
Or send a resolution on behalf of them. Yeah,
You talking about Dennis?
yeah.
I think that's a good idea.
I mean, I just don't want the perception out there
You
like
want to make that as a
we're
motion?
a substitute motion. Yeah, I would do
And
that.
a substitute motion? I would second that.
We have a substitute motion to do a resolution.
it has to be 2 resolutions.
Yeah.
Okay. 1 supporting Mike Weiss and 1 supporting Dennis Spiker.
I just don't want to get in the middle of the political thing here now. I don't want to stay on it.
Well, I think it makes sense that we can support both. I think the board's going to make the ultimate decision. Mike,
Yeah.
you've been there for years. You know, you probably have the upper hand. I mean, your board knows what you want, but I guess we don't make that decision. You have to remember, this is just a recommendation of support. And I think that needs to be clarified, that we're not making a decision, we're just supporting the people, and I guess that board can make a decision whether they feel is proper for the job.
Are the other two folks up for election actively running too? Do
Yes.
they want back on?
Yes. And I can tell you, Mr. Chairman, that the last 3 new members that we brought onto the board in the last 5 years have invested a considerable amount of time and energy in advance, participating in several day-long user group sessions to become very familiar with how the board functions. We don't micromanage the pool, but we are very actively involved in what goes on. We have annual audits of 3 different things on a rotational basis. We audit the financials on 1 year, we audit the claims on another year, we audit our underwriting policies on the 3rd year, and they're very in-depth
This job
audits
paid?
that we do.
You're paid?
There's a 1-day stipend and actual expenses, so quite frankly, it's
1 day a year, you mean?
one day for each meeting. We
How
have
often you meet?
5 times a year. We have 4 quarterly meetings plus the annual meeting, which is done in conjunction with the municipality conference. That's when the annual meeting is. The last 3 new members include Kathy Glines, who's the auditor in Harding County, Lisa Katzenstein, who's the Director of Administrative Services for the City of Sturgis, and Rebecca Berenson, who's the Finance Officer for City of Wagner. As I indicated, they both previously, before coming on the board, invested a considerable amount of time in becoming aware of what the board does, what its responsibilities are, as well as providing some feedback and input as to what direction we want to continue to go. There's several initiatives that we continue to be in the process of that I've participated in that I'd like to see through. And so that's the reason, regardless of the election, that's really got nothing to do with it, why I would like to continue to participate in the activities of the pool.
And does, the election is on October
Yeah.
3rd. When does the term up on that date?
No, 1st of January.
1st of January, so it'd be
Yep.
for sure then.
So the way that this functions is the nominating committee makes a recommendation to the board, and that's acted on at the October meeting, and then during the annual meeting, it's ratified by the membership that's present, and then the term begins 1st of January.
Sure. Thank you.
So I apologize that I didn't make that more clear going forward. I did ask Commissioner Sutton to bring this forward, and I did provide Gary a copy before. This body did actually take similar action 3 years ago when the same circumstance came up.
So you need 2 separate resolutions? Can we do that as one time, or do I have to make?
Yeah, and then I can just do
Okay.
both.
We have a substitute motion by Kipley to do a resolution of support for Mike Weiss, and also a resolution of support for Dennis Pfeiffer. We have a second by Fishback. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?
No.
Okay, roll call. Sutton,
No.
Fishback,
Aye.
Kipley,
Aye.
Feldheim.
Aye.
Good luck.
For clarification, I should have a roll call. Well, it's only one motion for 2.
In my motion, you can just write that it was a motion to have a resolution drafted for each of the candidates, if that helps. Or are you saying?
Yeah, that'll work.
A resolution of recommendation for both candidates.
Okay. Because I'm assuming you don't want to vote nay on Mike's resolution.
No, I just don't want to endorse 2.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay. So that, okay. Okay.
I'm not trying to put you in a spot, and not trying to tell you how to do it and so forth, but I think it might be cleaner if you just had 2 separate votes on 2 separate resolutions. That way, on the resolution itself,
Right.
it's got the
Yeah.
record.
Yeah.
Okay.
So the first motion, the sub-motion, Kipley, Fishback, would be to the resolution for Fikert.
To support them both.
No, it was One motion
Okay.
One
to
motion to
draft
support
a
both.
resolution of support for each of the two candidates.
Okay. Well, then we're
And
not-
it passed, so I
Not
mean,
that
it's...
difficult, yeah.
Okay,
Voted.
okay.
Thank you for coming in and answering
Thanks,
those
Mike.
questions.
Yeah, my pleasure, I apologize.
Good luck, yeah.
Yep, thank you.
Thanks, Mike.
Appreciate it.
Next
Have a good
item,
one. Thanks.
we have Dirk Rogers, Highway Superintendent, application for occupancy.
Morning, Dirk.
Howdy. How are you guys today?
Good, how are
Good,
you?
you?
Good. We got 5 right-of-way occupancies for BDM. 3 of them are up on Road 11E, and they're like, the sections are all right next to each other. So, there's one through the road here in 7, in 8, and in 9, each of these 3.
All right in there, huh?
Yep, it's just, BDM's just updating a few things, and
Want them separate, or put all the BDM at once, how do we do that?
doesn't matter to me.
Okay.
However you guys wanna do
You
it.
can do it in one motion.
I'll move them.
Second.
Moved by moved by Sutton, second by Kipling, for BDM to do an occupancy. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries.
The other 2, same thing, it's still with BDM. It's just, these 2 are down between 14 and 15 by Putney. Just same thing, it's going, boring under the road, and when they do that, they gotta case it and all that kind of stuff, but, one's in section 15 and one's in section 14.
Move on.
Second?
Moved by Kipling, second by Fishback to approve 2 more additional BDM occupancies. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries.
That's all I got.
That was fast.
How long is the... The RDO corner, when is that light supposed to be up?
I don't know about the light, I'd have to double check to answer that. That intersection was gonna be closed for 20 days, about 10, 11 days ago. So, we probably got a little more of a week there. I'd have to ask them specifically about the light, because that's just one part of it.
At some point, it will open up prior to the light being up and just be the stop go
I'm
out again?
assuming that's what's gonna happen based on what they've been telling me about the sequence of events. But, I mean, I got the whole schedule, I just don't have it committed to memory. I would look at it and get with
Sure.
you.
Would you just touch base and see if they're on schedule? My
They're on
concern-
schedule.
Okay. My
Yeah.
concern is when soybean and corn harvest come, if we're gonna be looking at opening up 8th Avenue.
Okay.
Should be nice to get 23 done before harvest.
Yep.
So, and my neighbors had a different, description of that bridge, wasn't historical either. Sure, I want to change it.
Yeah, right now
They
we're...
didn't call it historic.
Yeah, I know, and we're, what Tom's referring to is not only the bridge out at Richmond, which I can at least get on the side of why that needs to go through a historical evaluation, because it's a byproduct of the WPA program, and it's got a few interesting things about it. Well, they used to tie that to your federal money. Anytime you use federal money, you had to get your historical clearance. Well, we have so few opportunities to use federal money anymore, because the state takes it and launders it and gives it to us as state money, that it's not something that we've had to worry about. Well, now they attach it to the 404 permit. So if you're gonna put fill in the channel, it has to go through a historical evaluation. And so the one out at Richmond, we got about 12 days left, we're waiting, well, they're building the road grade before we can remove that bridge. I have to go out and take some pictures, and it's a lot of fun. The other one that Tom's referring to, I think there's
It's 2 miles east and a mile south of
Warner, and it's posted, and it's fairly insignificant, simple little structure, but it's...
My brother went through it with a field elevator 2 feet too wide one time.
Yeah.
Not the bridge was too wide.
But it's because of its age, it automatically gets thrown into an evaluation process, and so I'm a little derelict in not being up to speed that was gonna trigger in the 404 permits, because it hasn't happened yet. But so I'm
He
learning.
was gonna have it done, and now it's not.
Yeah, so we're kinda in a holding period. That one's gonna fall out of the bottom because we've had to wait. It'll be that one. We'll push that back to next year or whenever, but, so yeah, the historical clearance on public works projects that, it should be, you should want to progress that. I have an appreciation for historical things, and maybe even more so than everybody else in my thing, but...
That's not, I mean...
Well, I know, but I know. Damn liberals.
Where's Trump when you need him?
Yeah, I know, I was all on board with that one, but...
And I'm assuming 23, the reason there's gravel, pavement, those were soft spots that you dug out?
Right,
What are you doing down my way?
I had a constituent talk to me about that, that's when I explained to him that they were letting those set up so they could get rid of the mush spots.
There's, those had an entirely different and about 5 times as costly process done in each of those spots. And that's part of the evaluation process when you're gonna do that, if they'll identify, we're not real comfortable running that equipment through this area, so then you do a different process with it. You could have done that process through the whole thing, and, it would have been this big, giant cost. But I called them this morning, they're hoping to be moved in here on Thursday and Friday, and
Good.
they may even work over the weekend. And I know, and I understand the concern down there, but it should only be 8-10 days.
There'll
once
be
we
no
get
harvest
going.
for a couple of weeks now.
Okay. I did have somebody call on Road 23 that asked about dust proofing their little gravel spot.
Yeah, I can get to that
I was like, no, you better not. So, all right. I'll get you a little better timeline
Sounds great.
on the project down there. So.
Thanks,
Everybody else good?
Engine braking signs are in motion?
I've got them ordered, and then I'll start putting them up.
one. What signs?
The
Oh, the
Jake
braking
ones.
ones, okay, yeah.
Now, the state will put their own up on their
Yep,
part, right?
and I reiterated with them, I gave him the locations for them. I'll do a follow-up here in a little bit. And again, you gotta love the government. One of our holdups is they had to take their sign because I think it said specific, there was some verbiage, either they added county ordinance or there was something they had to take the county ordinance off the sign, which required about a 9-level review through the DOT in order for them to say it was okay to have that sign be that way. But they approved the signs. I think I got 7 sets on order, just so we'll do our, I think I've got 3, I know, down here on the Hale Mile.
And Melgard.
Yeah, and Melgard, and then City, I think, is doing them south of town, and Houghton. So,
State, you mean?
Yeah, I'm sorry, the state.
Okay.
All right.
Hey, thank you, Dirk.
You bet. Have a lovely day.
You too.
You too. Next item, we have Gene Lutschke with Directory Equalization, discuss hosting a training workshop. And I think he's got a little folder that he gave us this morning.
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 Morning, Gene.
I just want to talk to you about hosting a workshop. CAAs are required to have 3 workshops every 5 years. We really struggle to find them. Conferences in school, the state puts those on, workshops you gotta go out and find on your own. We were invited to a workshop in Pennington County on October 3rd. It's put on by Chastity Raffato. It was offered for free there as Pennington County was putting it on. They have like 20 people within their county that need this, and it's at $750 for up to 50 people. They just thought they would absorb that and invite people in. Well, we got 5 people that need a workshop, and we're looking at, by the time we send 5 people up to Rapid City for a morning workshop, you're looking at a day out, a day there, a day back. So we got a hold of Ms. Raffato and see if she has anything available that we could just host one here. And we can, she has a couple days available.
Probably $750.
At $750.
That's cheaper than sending 5 there.
Yep, that's what we figured.
Exactly.
And so just to kind of get this started, we looked at, sent some emails out to department heads, see if you had any interest. I got about 14 Brown County employees that would be interested in attending already. I have 8 area assessors that would be interested in coming, so I got probably 20 people lined up, and as soon as we get something firmed up and know we can do it, and
Right, have your 50.
get a date lined up, we could probably have our 50. Mr. Fodor will be in Aberdeen on December 11th or 12th anyway, for some things going on in Northern. So she kind of had penciled us in on December 12th, the morning of the 12th, then if we get the okay and approval and all that, we can firm that up and I can start promoting them a little better.
Is that a half day or a whole day? or-
3-hour workshop.
On page 2, Tom.
Even though it's a certification, that will count for certification in other departments also then.
It sounds, I won't guarantee for other departments, it's kind of up for them to check on what qualifies for them. It qualifies for us, so that, you know, there again, I got 6 assessors
Right.
right now, I have 5 that need it. So, you know, there we're looking at that, you know, us, I've gotten some interest from 24/7, from welfare, treasurers, talking about a couple.
And then it counts for certification for SDAC.
I think, Sheila says, they get a lot of that over there, it might be good for those people to do this.
Whichever it is.
So the
My
certification
only question is,
a
really, do you
blanket
think
type.
this is pertinent in our county? I don't know that we have any hot
We got a pretty friendly county.
If you opened it up, you could fill a room, I know
I
that.
could probably fill a room. Now the matter, and really it came up, I talked to Max, I said, so if we host it or pay for it, is that okay, or she talked about other offices pitching in on it, or if we charge neighboring counties something to come into it. I really don't know what our audit trail, how that works, so I don't know how we...
Maybe the commission could pay for it.
I think that would be a good move and offer it to surrounding counties if they want to send 1 or 2 people. It sounds like you've got room for at least a few more.
It's not gonna cost us any more if they come, so.
Because Pennington offered it to you for free, and I think we can do the same thing.
That'd be cool.
Are these things, when you go to other places like Pennington, you said was free, is that the norm? Is it always free when you go other places?
Not always, but, you know, when I called Pennington and I asked, well, how did you set this up for free? And they said, well, they got, you know, upwards of 20 people
So
just
they're
within their county that
They just had room
are
for
going to take
people
it, so they got
anyway.
room for a few
I
more.
just didn't know if it was worth charging a little something to try to recoup part of it for non-Brown County folks, or if it's more of a headache.
And there again, I don't know if there's an audit trail that we can or can't, or where the money goes, or where if you do charge something.
We could charge, but
Charge $50, make some money, huh?
since it isn't a fee per attendant, it might be hard to split it out.
I think we just offer it to at least the surrounding counties. It helps towards their certification, and
As long as
they'll have to
we're gonna do it anyway, it's
Yeah.
not gonna cost us anything extra.
whether it's 20 or 50, the price is the same.
Yep.
Not really. Well, you could authorize the training, the hosting the training.
Okay.
There's another thing in your policy manual, you allow up to, what is it, $300, Gary?
Yeah.
For hosting things. It wouldn't cost $300, but if you wanted to have coffee and cookies or something, you could think about that too.
Being it's only a 3-hour deal though.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Non-diminished, or whatever works for them.
But, well, if we're okay, we'll
Yeah,
get
I'd make a
kids
motion
out
to
and
authorize
promote
it.
and-
I'll second.
I have a motion by Kipley, second by Fishback. No, Fishback, they put it in for
Oh, we
Fishback.
said it
Oh, I'm
at the
sorry.
same time.
Fishback?
Either way.
Yeah.
To authorize to hold a training or a certification class. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Gene, you're on. You can make your plans.
We'll go for it. We'll get it promoted and get some folks here.
Thanks, Gene.
Good idea.
Thank you.
That takes care of everything that's on our agenda. Unless somebody has something else at this point. Max, would you like to?
Minutes from the August 14th meeting?
Move.
Second.
Moved by Sutton, second by Kipley to approve the minutes from the August 14th meeting. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries.
Claims and payroll?
Is this in the packet?
Yeah, it's just
Move.
payroll.
Second.
Moved by Sutton, second by Kipling to approve claims and
Oh, did
payroll.
I stamp that?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries.
HR report?
Move it.
Second.
Moved by Fishback, second by Kipling to approve the HR report.
Thank you.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries.
Sheriff report?
Move.
Second.
Moved by Fishback, second by Sutton to authorize, to approve the sheriff's report. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries.
Fair contracts?
Move.
Second.
Moved by Kipling, second by Sutton to approve fair contracts. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries.
Pay request number 3 for the landfill
Gee.
cell 3 project?
Move it.
Second.
Moved by Fishback, second by Kipling to authorize payment of land, request number 3 from cell 3 to landfill. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?
They make a million disappear, huh?
Lottery application?
Move.
Second.
Moved by Sutton, second by Fishback to authorize lottery application. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries.
Accept quote from Dakota Wood Grinding for the 2018
Move
wood
it.
waste grinding at the
Second.
landfill.
Moved by Fishback, second by Kipling to approve the quote for the 2018 wood grinding. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries.
Fireworks permit for Elm Lake.
I didn't see that. When's that for?
September 1st.
Okay.
What's the
Move it.
occasion?
Labor Day week, end of summer.
Oh, okay.
Move.
Kipling moved.
Oh, I'm sorry, second.
Moved by Kipling, second by Sutton. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries.
And that's all I have.
Gary?
I don't know if you have given any more thought, did you want to move forward on trying to replat the Millen building at this time? You want to still hold off, or
Do what with it?
the replat?
We haven't-
If you're going to get ready to, if you're going to think about selling it?
I think we can wait a little bit on that, don't you? I guess
Just wanted to make sure if you want to do it before winter hits, but
Have we heard anything more from the sheriff? He was gonna get back to us on some consolidation
No,
numbers?
not at all.
Did you reach out to him and see
If
if
he
that's
wants to
a
stay, but he
moot
better
point?
get in here.
Yep.
For
sounds
selling
good.
it.
Me
Put
too.
on for next
If you're looking
next
at-
week.
Time frame for replatting, is that something that's gonna take?
Well, just so we get it in the schedule for if you wanted to do it this fall yet. If you want to wait till next spring or something, I'm sure it's fine too.
I think our
Just up to you.
bigger priority is figure out who we're gonna be moving and stuff. That'll be kind of a process that I think will take quite some time to figure out who we're putting in the new building and who isn't, and I don't think we need to, that's just my thoughts, I mean,
Initially, the offices that are over there, I think, should,
Yeah.
they've already expressed interest anyway, to go over there. 24/7 and welfare and team court. They could be the first ones to move.
Is there enough parking over there for 24/7? Isn't there a lot of cars parked?
It's in and out, and it's
Stop
only
and go.
3 hours.
Kind of come and go, is it
Yeah.
mostly?
They just literally walk in
Yeah.
and blow in the straw and leave.
we're gonna put a drive-through.
What's that?
We're gonna put a drive-through
Yeah.
through.
You don't
What do
use
you
plastic
do?
straws,
What
do
if
they?
you do if they blow hot and they're still in their car?
Get the license plate number.
Yeah, they're allowed to leave.
Egg strips.
Yeah.
Get 'em
Have a
out.
button inside the building, okay.
All right, well, that's all I was, curious about, if you wanted to wait or...
I think we get an answer from that and proceed next
Sure.
week.
We gotta get a
Something
plan
for
first, I
Wednesday.
guess.
Sounds good.
Don't think we can
Do I
afford to
need to
keep it.
bring anything up about our leases, I think, or just to mention it?
Yeah, I was gonna ask that too.
Did you get
It's up to you.
One other thing, just a topic that I will take care of, I will call Todd. We've had some concerns regards to the contract out at the fairgrounds on our race night. Just so those listening, we are going to work on it. I will call Todd and voice those concerns to Todd. Do you have anything to add to that? Do you have some
Yeah, I
complaints
think
also?
that was one of the complaints we had, and I don't know if you all saw the note that there was a complaint about how they're being handled right now too.
Mhm.
And so I didn't know if you wanted any more discussion on that, but
I will
Yeah, you need to talk to them.
call Todd and
Listen to their side of the story,
Yeah.
from there we can decide how to proceed.
That's just for info is all that is at this point in time. Anything else to come before the commission? Chris, you have anything?
Is there a lot of, I see the jail's pretty full, is that from the fair?
It's a good question. I don't know. I don't think...
Were the fair reports kind of normal, or?
I know there was one assault. It was pretty significant. Some fractures in the guy's face. Other than that, I hadn't heard anything else. But, you know, the jail numbers kind of
Yeah,
go
I
up
know.
and down. It just depends on weekends and when they check in. And so I wouldn't say it's necessarily up because of the fair.
Do we have any checkpoints out of the fairgrounds this year?
I didn't see any.
Anybody notice any? Usually they, private patrol or
Yeah.
somebody sets up a checkpoint, so I didn't see any.
There were some checkpoints around, because I talked to a couple people that had to go
Were
through
they?
them. They weren't right by the fairgrounds,
Uh-huh.
but there was some checkpoints set up. And I didn't go through them, so I was all right.
I was gonna say, they're looking through the call system. Some of the nights of the concerts, the traffic stops were certainly up, and it may have been from a checkpoint, I don't know.
Uh-huh.
Well, we have no other information for the commission, or nothing to come before the commission. I would entertain a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Second?
Moved by Sutton, second by Fishback to adjourn. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? We are adjourned.